For centuries, Germany wasn't a single country. It was a patchwork of kingdoms, duchies, and principalities, each ruled by its own monarch. But in 1871, everything changed. Germany unified under Prussian leadership, and suddenly many of these kings found themselves in a very different world. So, what happened to them? Were they stripped of power? Did they resist? Or did they adapt to the new empire? Before unification, Germany was a jigsaw puzzle of over 300 states. But by the 19th century, that number had shrunk, with powerful kingdoms like Prussia and Austria competing for dominance, the key moment. The Franco-Prussian War of 1870–71. Prussia, led by Otto von Bismarck and Kaiser Wilhelm I, crushed France, paving the way for a united German empire. But what did this mean for the kings of Bavaria, Saxony, Württemberg, and others? Here's where it gets interesting. Unlike France, where monarchs were executed in revolutions, Germany took a different path. The kings of Bavaria, Saxony, and Württemberg were allowed to keep their thrones, at least in name. They still ruled their own territories, but had to answer to the German emperor. It was a compromise. They kept their crowns, but real power rested in Berlin. Not everyone was happy with this new arrangement. Take King Ludwig II of Bavaria. He resented Prussian dominance and withdrew into his fairytale castles, famously building Neuschwanstein. He spent vast amounts of money on extravagant projects, leading to financial and political turmoil. Others, like King Albert of Saxony, accepted their new roles and worked with the empire. But deep down, they knew their independence was fading and their once sovereign rule had become merely symbolic. Fast forward to World War I. By 1918, Germany was in chaos. Defeat on the battlefield led to revolution at home, and the German monarchy collapsed overnight. The German Emperor Kaiser Wilhelm II fled to the Netherlands, and the kings of Bavaria, Saxony, and Württemberg were forced to abdicate. Just like that, centuries of royal rule came to an end. Many of these former monarchs lived in exile or obscurity, their once mighty dynasties reduced to relics of a bygone era. The dream of a united empire under Prussian leadership had lasted just a few decades before democracy swept in. But their legacy, it still echoes in Germany's castles, traditions, and history books. So, what do you think? Was the unification of Germany a victory or the beginning of the end for its monarchs? Let us know in the comments below.